It was my birthday last week, and I got books. My mom got me Seven the series, which is a middle grade series about a grandfather who dies and he leaves like a mission kind of for each one of his 7 grandsons. And so there's 7 books, one about each different grandson doing the different mission that he's given them. And each book is by a different author. They're all about the same idea, I guess. It's about each different grandson doing this quest or whatever, but they don't like connect to each other really besides that. And you don't have to read them in order, and you don't have to read all of them if you don't want to. They're all standalone books, but in a series anyway, which is kind of cool. So it's called Seven the Series, and she got it for me in this cool box set. So first we have Between Heaven and Earth by Eric Walters, Lost Cause by John Wilson, Jump Cut by Ted Staunton, Ink Me by Richard Scrimger, Close to the Heel by Nora McClintock, Devil's Past by Sigmund Bauer, and Last Message by Shane Peacock. I haven't heard of any of these authors except for Eric Walters. I've read a few of his books, and they're good, and I haven't heard of any of these other authors, so I'm actually pretty excited to read these. I'm probably going to read the Eric Walters one first. I feel like I'm just going to read them in the order that they are in here. I'll just go that way, and I'm not going to read them all like in a row or anything, but I'll probably read the Eric Walters one pretty soon. And yeah, so this is pretty cool, and I like that they all match and everything, so that was awesome. And then my friend got me a gift card to Chapters, and so with that gift card, I got 2 books. So I got The Evolution of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin, which is the sequel to The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. I was waiting for this to come out in paperback, and because my first one's in paperback, and I saw it there, and I was like, oh, I can get this now. So yeah, so I'm really, really excited to see how this story continues, because that was quite of a twist at that ending. So yeah. And then I also got this book called Dust City by Robert Paul Weston. And I was attracted by the cover, first of all. I think this is a gorgeous cover, and I love the color of blue. And it is about the Big Bad Wolf's son trying to prove that his father, the Big Bad Wolf, was framed and didn't actually kill Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother. Like, that's amazing. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to read the first page and see if I like it. And I stopped after the first line, because here it is. Here, I'm going to read it to you. Once upon a time, fairy dust came from where you'd expect. From fairies. I was like, okay, I must get this book. So I'm very excited to read this one. And then I also got gift cards from my mom, even though she got me this 7-book series. She also got me a gift card to Chapters, and then my boyfriend's mom got me a gift card to Chapters. So I got 4 more books. So I got Zombies vs. Unicorns, which I've seen this a whole bunch of times and looked through it and thought it seemed quite amusing. And it's just like debates about what's better, zombies or unicorns, between 2 different authors, Holly Black and who? Holly Black and Justine Larbelzester. But anyway, it looks like a lot of fun, and the cover's pretty cool, and yeah, so I got this one. And I got the first 2 books in a trilogy that I've never heard of, but it seemed interesting. It's the Ashes trilogy, so the first one is called Ashes, and the second one is called Shadows, and they're pretty cool covers. I'm just disappointed that this one is glossy and flat, and this one is matte and bumpy and awesome, and I asked someone to try and find the matte version, but they couldn't find it. But yeah, so they don't match, which is sad, but I mean, on the shelf, it's not, like, once they're on the shelf, it's not going to be that big of a difference. But this one looks way cooler, the matte, I think, with just the glossy letters and how they bump out is really cool. And I have no idea what it's about. It's like a dystopian of some kind, but I don't know what happens in, because it doesn't say what it's about on the back, it just gives you a paragraph. I hate it when they do that. Like, tell me what the story is about. But it seemed interesting, and I liked the first page. I liked the way that it was written. And I picked these up actually because I was in chapters and I saw the third one, which I can't remember what it's called now, but it was in hardcover and it looked really cool, and the letters were all bumpy like on this one, but in hardcover. And I was like, this book looks cool, but it says it's part of the Ashes trilogy. Which one is this? And it didn't say on it. Like, this one doesn't say if it's book 1 or not, but this one says right here that it's book 2. But the third one in hardcover didn't say what book it was. It just said part of the Ashes trilogy. And I was like, well, is this the first one or what? And I was looking through it and I couldn't see if it was the first one or not. And then I was in a different section and I saw this one and saw that it said book 2. And I was like, oh, I'll bet you the first one's called Ashes. So I bought these two, and I'll wait until the third one comes out in paperback and buy the third one if I like them. I'm sure I will, though. I think they seem good, even though I don't know what they're about. And then I got Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Eliar Sayans. I love this cover. I think it's super, super gorgeous, and I've just heard a lot of really good things about it, and yeah, I'm really interested to read it. So I pretty much went looking for this one. All the other books, I just was browsing and found them and picked them up and was like, oh, I'm gonna get this one. But this one, I searched for this one, because I wanted to get this after seeing people's reviews. So yeah, that is my birthday book haul. I hope you liked it. I liked it. And with this birthday book haul and Christmas coming and my 2 book hauls that happened recently that I haven't read really any books from, and my lack of reading over the past few months, I feel like I'm not going to need to buy books for the next year, because I will be set with books. Except if sequels come out, I will be buying the sequels that I want to read. But other than that, I feel like I'm not going to be doing any book shopping for the next while. It's not working. It's not working.